Today is March 13th, 2023, and I'm going to finally transplant some of my plants out into individual pots. So I'm going to start with the lemon starbursts. I have so many I have to do, so it's gonna take a while. But I'm gonna start with the lemon starbursts and then move my way on to the next batches of plants. So let's go outside and split these guys up. Okay, we are going to split these plants and then we're going to plant them into individual pots. And because the weather is still cold this week, I'm gonna leave it inside my garage in my tent. And so let's go ahead and split these, plant them in here, and I'll show you where they go. And because I didn't cut any holes at the bottom here, it's very easy to just pull them out. If you cut holes down here, the roots will come out, and that's going to be much more difficult. And say, look at that! Look at this root ball right here. And again, I mentioned in the last video, you should not do this. Don't do this. Split them as soon as they sprouted into their own container. Okay, we are going to use the water method. And here's one. Okay, we split every single one of them and we have quite a few of them. So we're going to plant this into our planter, and this is what I'm using for now. I got these at a dollar store. They're really cool. So they have like a little self-watering space down here. So for $1, this is not bad at all. And I'm just using regular potting mix. Potting mix are great because you know, these roots are pretty much disturbed. So you want the nice soft soil. That way the plant can recover. And there's no need to fertilize right now if you did exactly like I did. But if you didn't disturb the roots at all, it's okay to give them a little bit feeding. So it's always nice. But for me, I'm not going to, because they're very disturbed. So they have to make a recovery before we can feed them. And I like to pull these bottom leaves out right here because I don't want those touching the soil. They will touch, but I'm just gonna remove some. Okay, so anything that's folding downward. Okay, so there we are, and then give it a little bit of water. Clean off the the leaves. That way it doesn't have dirt on it. And these are gonna go in the tent. So let me finish this up and I'll show you where they go. Okay, here are the plants that we just transplanted into little pots. And it is now sitting inside my garage. This is the Spiderform SF4000, and I have been using the same light for the past few years. I still love it to this day. And look at my plants, they are looking great. So they just got transplanted, so there's going to be a little bit of a shock. But in a week or so, they should be back to normal, and then I will start feeding them. Maybe by then, I'll just take them outside, but we'll check back soon. Okay, this is what I have transplanted so far. I have quite a few plants, but some of these are gonna go to some friends and some family. I'm only gonna keep about half of this, but today I made a huge mistake. So after I transplanted the plants into these individual container, It was really cold this morning, so I just left the plant outside, and I checked on it a few hours later, and the leaves burnt because the sun was up, and it was warmer than I expected. So as you see there's a little droop on some of these plants here. Some were affected much more than others, like this one here and that one over there. Look at that. That one's doing horrible. So anyway, that is what you get when you put these plants in the sun all of a sudden. So if you do this in your tent, you have the plants in your tent for a while, under like really weak LEDs like mine, like the AeroGarden. And then when you take them outside, the condition is going to be much more extreme because the AeroGarden, the lights are like 35 to 40 watts or something like that, very, very weak. And then when you put them in the sun like that, it's going to put them through extreme shock because the sun is much, much more powerful. So if you're going to do that, make sure you monitor it and leave it out for like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at the most, and then move them into the shade, and do that for like a week before you put them out completely in the sun. So if you forget like I did, you see, this is what's going to happen. And so the leaves are going to burn, and they're going to shrivel up, and it could even kill some of the young plants. Maybe this one, you see, this one's probably dead right there. It's like shriveled up and not looking good, but I have a bunch of those, so it's okay. But don't make that mistakes like I did, and just monitor your plants when you take them out in the sun, and it should be fine. So I will have these transplanted into my raised bed in probably a few weeks. This week it's gonna drop down to the high 30s, so I'm not ready to put these guys out yet. So we'll be back soon, and I will update on progress. Okay, this is 5 days after the mistake that I made of putting these guys in the sun and forgetting about them. And so this is what happened, guys. Look at all of these leaves that got burnt and fell off, and I plucked them off because they're crispy dry like this. And so look at those. These are their StarrFlowers, and man, they are just damaged pretty bad. But the good thing is, these are very hardy plants. Pepper plants are very hardy. You see, the sides are starting to come back, so I plucked up all of the leaves, and then I'm just gonna wait for the sides to come out, and they should be good. So I did set them back quite a bit, but I didn't lose them. I did lose probably these young ones here. And look at my lemon starbursts, guys. Look at that. The leaves are all gone. And some of these are just, man, they're pretty bad, in bad shape. So I'm gonna nurse them back. It's gonna take a while. Look at that one. That one, I just had to pluck everything off because it burnt so badly. And then here are these are the tangerine tiger that I got from Paula, and I didn't make a mistake with those. I actually did everything correctly. I transplanted them, took them out of the sun. I didn't forget about them, and look at that, they're nice and beautiful. And then my white tie here, a lot of them were damaged, but they will be fine. You see, this one's bad, this one's bad, that one's bad, but the rest are still okay. So this is what I want to show you guys. Make sure to harden them off. Put them in the sun for 15 minutes, take them out, and then the next day do it for 30 minutes, or just monitor, make sure they don't burn. And then after a week they should be good to go, and you can leave them in the sun. So don't do what I did and forget about them, and that's what's gonna happen. So we'll be back, and I'll let you see once these guys recovered. Okay, this is 15 days after the burnt mistake that I made, leaving these guys out in the sun for too long. And here is what they look like. A lot of them are coming back really nicely. I lost a few, and so I'll show you those. And then there's some that may be lost, but not sure yet. But yeah, let's take a look and see how they are looking. So these white ties here, they were burnt pretty bad. And look at these guys, they're coming back. They look really nice. See that there's more leaves now, and they're looking pretty healthy. So it looked like they didn't they didn't go through any stress at all. And then those that were burnt to the top, I just pulled off all of the leaves, and some of them were burnt really badly, so I had to pluck the top off. And you see they're growing back from the bottom. And same with this one is barely hanging on. There's a few leaves coming out. This one is doing all right. And the tangerine tigers, they are doing the best because I didn't make any mistakes with those. And then the StarrFlowers in the back here, they're still trying to hang on. You see the shoots are still there. The stem is still pretty sturdy. And so you see there's potentially some sides that may come back. And so, I have not lost hope for those guys yet. I think they will come back. So we'll have to wait and see. I lost a few lemon starburst. I may lose that one. I think this one might be gone. And this one may be gone as well. It's just too badly damaged. And that one is starting to hang on. You see that? It's starting to come back, so it hung on. And this one here also hung on. So you see some of the plants, I mean, they're pretty tough. As bad as they were damaged, they managed to come back to life. You see, those are still alive. So those were my extra ones. And so they will be replacing the 4 that I may lose. So, man, good thing I have extra. And let's see what else. That's about it. So I have a few plants in the air garden that are doing really well. The one in mini systems, and I'll cover that in the next video. That way it'll be more exciting because I have some fruits going on with them right now, and some of them are my new crosses, and some were my cross from the last year that I'm trying to grow out. And so, yeah, they're looking pretty interesting. And there's one that I really, really like, which is the Lingria. This Lingria I have been working on for a while. I selectively grow certain traits, and I grow a bunch of them, and I pick the ones that I like. And so the ones you're going to see are going to be very, very interesting. So you see that in the next update. So anyway, guys, I hope you learned a lesson from me. Do not forget about your plants. You make sure you harden them up before you take them outside in the crazy heat, because the sun is much, much stronger than your grow light. And sometimes when it's nice and cool outside, you may not realize that. But even so, the sun, beating down on these plants, and if that's the first time they've been outside, they're going to go through stress. And if you forget them, like I did, you're going to lose some plants. And so don't lose plants by doing that. And so that is it for this update. I will see you guys in the next update. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.